So, uh, let me talk to you guys about the ruthless aggression era. So, the ruthless aggression era was an time period in an era of WWE history. This was straight after the Attitude Era. This is where I really started to get into wrestling. This is where me and my brothers really started to watch wrestling. This was a very, 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 very good era. It was a very underrated era. It didn't get as much love as the Attitude Era did. I really started to watch wrestling when this era came in. We got wrestlers like, as I said in last night's podcast, we had wrestlers like Brock Lesnar, Sheldon Benjamin, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, who's the new ones coming up? The Miz, and my favorite John Cena. They were all coming up from OVW. Batista came up from OVW. Jim Cornette one. It's pretty good, I guess. Um, when I'm looking at the Attitude Era and then the Ruthless Aggression Era, in my opinion, for the wrestling, the Ruthless Aggression Era wins. For entertainment only purposes, the Attitude Era wins no matter what. I'm going to be a man about it. I'm going to say that the Attitude Era wins for entertaining, but when it comes to the actual wrestling, the Ruthless Aggression Era had it all. It had great matches, it had blood, it had hardcore, it had, stuff that people wanted to see, never had nudity in it. Okay, I'll give it some of that. And I'll give some credit to the Attitude Era. When credit's needed, I'll give credit. The Attitude Era was so good for a lot of people. They want that kind of style of booking back. But let's just be honest here. Do you think that WWE is going to ever go back to that style of booking? It's not 1999, guys. It's 2017. Like, get over it. It's never going to be as popular. It's never going to be as, edgy than it was. WWE is still pretty edgy. It's still pretty good. Now, I'm gonna say a bad thing about Raw. Raw's been super ass boring. I hardly watch Raw. SmackDown, I don't really watch anymore. Honestly, I really don't even watch wrestling to be starting with anymore that much. But I love talking about it, and I have to watch it. I don't watch Raw. I watch SmackDown. By the way, my news wrestling podcast will be back very soon. Um, I'm gonna make episodes and they'll probably be out by next week. Um, yeah, and like the Ruthless Aggression era is very, 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 very good. Um, for me, personally, I think that what they did in the Ruthless Aggression era should come back, and what they did in the Attitude era shouldn't come back. I want wrestling in WWE. I don't want Manchester. I don't want old women giving birth to hands. Fucking what was it? That Katie Vick storyline. That was just the worst storyline I've ever seen. That was just God. That was just horrible. That was just god awful. Like why bother? Um, it wasn't really that good. But like, you had great wrestlers. You had matches that was awesome. You had yeah. I was gonna say Vicky Guerrero. You had Eddie Guerrero. You had Chris Benoit. You had Chris Jericho. You had Brock Lesnar. You had Randy Orton. You had Shelton Benjamin. You had John Cena. You had uh, who was it? Devon Dudley. Bubba Ray Dudley. Who is it? You had Brian. No, let's go that guy. You had a couple other guys. You had Skininski, whatever his name was. You had Tensai before he came Adrian and that shit like that. You had couple. You had great wrestlers, but like it's just sad that the way WWE's at right now. Like I think if they really do go back to that to the ruthless aggression era, they will really get more ratings in than um you know like before. Like the ruthless aggression era I missed dearly. It should go back to the ruthless aggression era. It should come back. It should stay in the ruthless aggression era. The attitude era was good for its time, but like let's be honest, people who grew up in the 2000s don't people who grew up in the 2000s were the best. And if you didn't grow up in the 2000s, you don't know what you've been missing. You missed great ass matches. You had the best matches ever. I remember when I was a little kid, I tuned in every week to watch it. Even Raw 2010, I loved watching that. 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011 were the best times for Raw and SmackDown. You know, like, I miss the Ruthless Aggression era dearly. It is my favourite era um, I've ever watched. Um, so yeah, that's my opinion on it. I thank you for watching, and yeah, and Pro Wrestling Talk will be back next week. Thank you.